And a very warm welcome. This is 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. July is racing to a close. Today is the 29th day of the 7th month in the year 2024. It's a glorious Monday morning. It's an energetic start to an energetic week. Felicity Appiah-Ampofo is a chief forecaster with the Ghana Met. She joins us right now. She'll let us know what Mother Nature has in store for us in the capital and beyond. Felicity, hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Helen. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. In fact, I am better today than I was yesterday. How are you doing this morning?
I am much better today than yesterday.
Fantastic. Well, the clouds look a bit angry. Of course, it is that season. I think we've already experienced some showers here in Kanda. But what does it look like for the rest of the country?
Thank you so much, and good morning to our dear viewers and listeners. For today, we still expect it to be cloudy over the 16 regions, with some portions experiencing light rain or drizzle, especially those of us close to the coastline, Greater Accra, parts of Volta, Central and Western regions. For the Ashanti region, just some portions over that shared borders with Western North and then parts of the Central into Eastern region. For the North, we expect the Upper East, Upper West and part of Northern region to also have some rain today. In the afternoon, we expect the intensity to increase, and then we expect it to be accompanied with thunderstorms and possible some moderate windy conditions. For the eastern region, we also expect them to also have some thunderstorms with or without rain. The coast is so suitable for light rain or drizzle, but nothing much to worry our heads of. In terms of temperatures, we expect it to range between 28 and 31 across the 16th region. Tomorrow morning, before we bring you the update, temperatures will range between 19 and 23. A bit chilly, misty and foggy conditions over the Volta Lake. We expect it to improve by mid-morning into the day. One concern for us today is the state of the sea. It's indicating that it's dangerous. So
Dangerous.
We are with the not to go on the ocean.
Okay. Certainly. All right. We're taking a note of that as always. Thank you so much, Felicity, for that update. We're looking to the socials for further ones to come, but we could potentially be getting degrees of, 19 degrees Celsius. That's certainly cold for our part of the world.
Yes. Around this time, that is what we anticipate. That normally happens over in August across the entire country. Temperatures will be the minimum, both the minimum and the maximum. In the sense that we have a lot of clouds, a lot of the upwelling happening over the ocean, bringing in this cold wind. So this is what we are anticipating for the season. So July into August, yes, temperatures will be a bit unbearable in terms of cold.
Right. Thank you so much, Felicity. Do have an awesome Monday.
Thank you so much, and same to you.
Again, Felicity Appiah-Ampofo is a chief forecaster with the Ghana Met. She says, wrap up warm. We could be experiencing some rather cool temperatures. But it's the best breakfast show in all of the land. Hope you're seated. Hope you're ready. The news review is coming up shortly.
The best in the morning is on 92.7. Sunrise on 3FM.
To get me started.
Jump straight into the news review. Sixtus Ullo joins me in the studio. How are we doing, Six?
I'm fine. You just we're jumping. You even pause and say good morning to me. You haven't seen me in 24 hours. We're here together on Saturday, but the last 24 hours, you have not seen me.
Indeed, and thanks for that reminder. And hopefully a number of you were able to join us as we went on that journey. Along with the NDC, they were in Tamale, in the Jubilee Park to be specific. It was the campaign launch of the NDC. Of course, we know that the manifesto is to come. We're being assured that it should arrive hot, fresh and ready mid-August, at least. That's what Sami Jemfi tells us. He's the comms director of the NDC. That's what we're recapping all throughout the morning, the happenings at Jubilee Park just this Saturday gone by. And of course, you have an opportunity to share your thoughts with us. In fact, head over to our socials right about now. You can find us on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, and we are on X, formerly Twitter. And share your thoughts with us.
I think the political parties have not been fair with us, the people. I mean, we have 3 months to the elections. I'm not adding December to the remaining months.
Sure.
We have 3 months to the elections, and we are still anticipating manifestos from the political parties. I don't think it is fair.
That was my biggest gripe with what happened, I would say, last Saturday. I was hoping that it would have been a 2-in-1, a campaign launch, but also a manifesto launch, because we still had questions.
Yeah.
And I know that another Saturday will come, and because of NDC, I'll be back here, but don't worry about it. You guys are giving us job. Bring it all together, compact.
The people should be able to dissect the manifestos. NDC, MPP, when they release the manifesto, there should be enough time for us to as a collective, look at the manifestos and ask ourselves whether the policy proposals that are coming from these two are any that we are interested in. In fact, that would have even killed some of the controversies surrounding free SHS, for instance. Mr. Mahama mentioned that in improving free SHS, they are going to abolish the double track system, which kills all argument about whether or not the NDC is going to do away with the free SHS when it wins power. And there are also other interest groups. So there are interest groups in education, there are interest groups in health, there are interest groups in environment, which would have the opportunity to scrutinize the various manifestos. But if you dump it on the people 2 months to the elections, we are entrenching the opinion that indeed we don't need to vote based on the issues. Maybe the NDC will argue that in compiling our manifesto, we already interacted with the people. But I'm sure that interaction was on a certain scale, not open to the general.
Well, in responding to this particular issue about not combining the campaign launch with the manifesto launch, I heard Sami Jemfi speaking on a different platform, and he said that, a number of their policies have been put to the fore. A number of Ghanaians have already bought into some of these ideas.
Yes.
And so that the manifesto is merely a fleshing out exercise. But good morning to
Charlie, this.
Mr. Johnnie Hughes. How are we doing?
Morning.
It will be coming. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, nice.
Very, very calm.
I love that. Good to see you.
You are not being pushed.
Yes,
No,
I've
gone myself. This whole manifesto conversation, and I side with Sixtus. That's why I kept asking you and Beatrice on Saturday, that do people really do vote based on manifestos? We would argue that yes, people vote based on manifestos, but if we are just about 3.5 months to the next election, and the manifestos are not out, apart from that of the Great Transformation Plan of Alan Chamantin's Afafanto movement, right? Then you ask yourself, really, because civil society will have to do something. If IE has to do a debate or conduct a debate, or Media General will have to organize a debate for the presidential candidates and the vice presidential candidates, we will need the manifestos, read through them, properly analyze them, and then look at the questions that run through for all of them and ask them the things that we think, for example, the answers are missing. If we are going to get the manifestos 2.5 months to the main election, how much time do we have to peruse that huge document?
Very huge.
All right, to be able to even, so by the time you're done, you would have taken a decision based on maybe an executive summary or some 10, 15, 20 pointers that they want you to focus on. But the politicians must not be the ones setting the agenda for the media. It is the media that's supposed to be setting the national agenda.
Absolutely.
Over the years, the media have allowed the politicians to set the agenda, so they think it is okay. They have normalized it. And when you start setting the agenda, you now become public enemy number one, because
Very true.
you are setting the public agenda, which is your job so to do. You get a point. So this is where you expect the civil society voices, CDDs, the IDEX, all of them to come together to say, look, we're with you media in this call. Let's go for them. Let's ask them the questions. If they don't have it, let's say that, well, if you don't have a manifesto in good time, then kiss the contest goodbye, because it's one thing to focus on telling us who your candidates are. It's another thing focusing on who your campaign team members are. It's another thing announcing them, like both parties have done.
That's
they have
right.
given us who their campaign team comprises, who is chairing, who is doing what. They have announced their running mates. They have adored them, or whatever they want to call it. They have made speeches. We know they are presidential candidates. We know who is shadowed this and shadowed that by the way they speak and how.
That's right.
How do we not then know what should be the first point of the contract?
Very,
Which should
very
be that
important.
we're looking at this to make a decision based on that. How is that done present?
Absolutely. Well, something
Then
that we're
while
looking
we are
firmly
that,
at.
we might as well ask the Electoral Commission, have the political parties presented their fully audited accounts as is prescribed by law?
This matter.
Yes, as is prescribed by law. Okay? Before they admit them, because they're supposed to do that 6 months to the elections. Already we have crossed the 6 months, so we asked the Electoral Commission. While they are talking about, expect a free and fair election, be credible, accept the result, blah, blah, blah. Have the political parties
Have we
submitted
found
a
our
fully
BVD
audited-
machines before we even
No, we
go?
haven't found them.
Oi!
They have
then-
told you that it has no effect on the election.
So we have
No.
not.
So
I
they
just
told-
have we
they told
found
you they
it?
were just
Whether it has
boxes.
an
They were
effect,
just,
whether it does not have an effect, do we know? There are so many questions leading up to December 7th that the EC must answer. But we'll get into.
We have not
the-
received them,
No.
and we still have party faithful at the Electoral Commission.
That is right.
I'm going to a contest with Sixtus. You are the referee. And then you admit Sixtus's family members and his friends and cronies and allies and associates to be part of your
No,
team.
the example
It's
is
like
no.
I add for
So-
Stina and
so-
Abiam.
no,
Those
no,
are
no,
his
no.
cronies.
So you are the referee, and your linesman is Sixtus's wife. And then your
my brother
Your
brother
brother
is
is the
dating her.
match
Then
commissioner,
she goes
yes,
to bring
yes,
my
yes.
brother in.
On that note,
to say
on that note.
that look,
Yes.
now be the referee for this. Now Sixtus's brother is dead. How am I going to even defend any point I raise and
Exactly.
for it to make sense
And
to
in
you?
fact, the optics are just as important. The perception is everything.
Yeah.
Perception is
Yeah.
everything. All right. Well, the Ghanaian Times this morning.
And the people who taught us that perception in politics matter are the people at the helm of affairs at the EC.
They
Fantastic.
said if you live long enough.
At the IEA.
Have you heard the
remember?
saying that if you
Yes.
live long enough, you might just see some of your heroes turn into villains. That's just by the wayside. The Ghanaian Times this morning has this to say: towards December polls, agriculture will be my priority. That is coming from Dr. Baumia, flag bearer of the NPP. Election 2024, you've got ex-president John Mahama on the front page. He says, vote for change. Mahama charges Ghanaians as he launches campaign. Adopt Songo salt mining report to foster peace, development and unity. Adar Paramount Chief appeals to Parliament. GRA destroys some 9.2 million cedis worth of expired goods and marijuana in Ho. The consignment, no, shit. There's a picture of that.
So is the
on the
paramount
back page.
chief, and the member of parliament, are they on different wavelengths on this matter?
On their damn thing.
The story is captured
You
in
know,
page
there's
13.
also
Strange.
a conversation that somebody had with me with documents and recordings of our regional minister, Titus Glover, trying to also meddle in affairs. This is a decision that's been taken by Parliament. But there are recordings of him meeting some faction of, there are 3 gates, meeting just one, 2 of them, and leaving out one. And I think if you want to have a level playing field, you meet all 3. You
That's
don't
right.
meet one, okay? Because cabinet and parliament, once cabinet and parliament have come into this, it overrides any other person's, unless the person disagrees and say, I want to go to court.
Right.
But if cabinet and parliament have come into it, naturally it lets everything lay low. Now, Parliament asks that the families do their own, responsibilities. The citizens or the indigenous also get their own responsibilities, and the electoral camp gets their own responsibilities. So why is somebody, a political person, now in the mix, who has been recorded in the middle of all the mess, trying to override the decisions of both cabinet and parliament? You set a certain confusion up there, and then we have to reinvent and start all over again. What is the interest?
I think that so far we have treated this matter as an Ada matter, but it's a national matter.
That's right.
And I think we need to reapproach the conversation, reset the tone, and all of that. Because yes, it is found in Ada, but it is a national asset, and we need to relook at it from that perspective.
All right, the Supreme newspaper this morning says clash of the Northerners. Balmair crowd in constituency event surpasses Mahama's national campaign launch. I mean, the Supreme newspaper. Good morning to you. And check this out.
Take that again.
Check this out. They put these two pictures side by side. I don't know, Supreme newspaper, how this depicts that one crowd was bigger. I'm not too sure. I'm not so sure.
Just say good morning to the editor.
Good morning to you, Mr. Editor.
In the editor's mind,
because these two pictures could be the same place.
It's bigger than the other.
And I like the color coding.
Yeah,
color coding. You are either green or you are red.
Yeah, visual coding.
But these two look, I mean, I would have chosen different. If you wanted it to look, you could have picked a picture where there were 3 or 4 gathered. Then you put down one as because this one is showing us the same.
But I'll turn the paper. Let's see something. Is that the Nadbo boss?
Hey.
That's the Nadbo boss.
Yes.
And he wants to be for a North constituency parliamentary representative.
Okay.
And the people at Akosobo still don't have places to sleep 1 year more.
Let me take you back to Ada. Youth in Ada rally behind.
So he started the campaign, right?
Yes,
he started the
yes.
campaign.
I mean, Charlie
Gentlemen, don't heckle me.
No,
Youth in Ada rally behind. That's my favorite word these days. Youth in Ada rally behind parliamentary report on Songo salt mining project. NLA boss Samuel who breaks ground for some 4 million Ghana Cedi Mampong Coronation Park. NPA boss sweeps 2 awards at Ghana CEO Awards 2024, and that is what I've got for the Supreme newspaper, gentlemen.
The Anchor newspaper this morning says 13-year-old orphan sexually abused at Winneba. Comes with a photo of the gender minister, Dakwa Newman, this traumatized boy unable to walk properly. Also, Deputy NLA boss wins Woman in Corporate Governance Award. We have Ashalebutwe family drags 3 to court for contempt, and women intensify fibroid awareness campaign push its inclusion on the NHIS. MPP electrifies Mahama's backyard as Raphael Kuma vows to snatch the Bole Bamboy seat. Okay, on this MIF as well, they roll out a 20 million scholarship for women in STEM education. There's a daily searchlight in the land of the blind. Haruna touts Mahama's experience. Okay, that's Ken Crunch here. We'll go to court and NDC launches
Senior
campaign.
journalist.
Yeah, for 2024 general
lawyer.
elections. Yes. Which case did he win the last time?
He won.
I know, I'm asking you.
No.
Okay. The MPA boss sweeps 2 awards at the Ghana CEO Awards 2024, yet people are adulterating fuel. Don't allow MPP's poor performance to discourage you from voting to forcing Nana Akufo-Addo master show Ghanaians of handing over to whoever wins, according to a Keita, chairman of the NDC. Oja Hoho Science and Technology Fair trains over 2,000 students in the Western North region. That's good. Former national chairman of the House of Chiefs, or is he still? Today newspaper, 2024 elections will police your ballot. Mahama assures the NDC supporters, and the stories on page 3 of the paper. 36th annual Ghana Fest celebrated in Chicago. It comes with a photo of Otrema Asante, the legendary drama of Ghanaian origin, and Dr. Papa Kwesi Indum, who has asked that John Mahama intervenes when his band comes there. Okay, Sixtus.
The Republic Press.
Take your time. Take your time. You'll be fine.
Helen.
You'll be fine.
Helen.
What's
Republic Press. 7. The Republic. Reform or perish. Kweku Kwarteng wants NPP.